So another interesting question actually from the Discord group. It's a group where all my students, well, little by little they are joining actually. For now, just very few. By the way, if you want to join, just send me an email. If you are a student, I will pass you the link. This question is about actually understanding the assisted process of Fai Chi. And I think it's an interesting question. And I want to bring some light. You know, if you ask me something, I give you my reply. If I don't know, I don't give a reply. So let's understand a little bit what the student is asking. He's asking, I want to demystify a little bit the process of the assisted Fai Chi, understanding actually the steps, why it is necessary that a master is going to help in the beginning, why some people do it with the pills, and all the rest of it, what these pills really is about. The Yan Yao, I think they are called pills. I took them sometimes. And I think the last point, I don't really remember, I cannot look right now into the phone. But let's go little by little. So there are usually, I think there is already another video on the YouTube channel. There are usually, I would say, few stages, some stages before we get to do it independently, which is not an easy thing to do. By the way, for the ones who don't know what Fai Chi is an energy emission. Fa means emitting, Chi means energy. So it's the emission of energy, of Qi, which is a particular state of the vital energy also. Because there could be a Fa Sheng, Fa Jin, other forms, right? And maybe I will do another video and talk about these other types. But for now, let's focus on Fai Chi, which is the one that creates more interest usually. It's the one that even through a video can be seen. It's the one where the person experiences strong electric current going through their body, even if difficult to deal with most of the time, especially for people who are not Nei Gong practitioners. So let's understand the steps from a practitioner point of view to eventually get to a stage where you can do a Fai Chi. By the way, as you might know, I don't put much importance on this aspect because there are I would say this is probably 5% of what it is, the real deal of practicing like Nei Gong, Nei Qigong. But in any case, it's a good way to give a demonstration and to see where we are at. First thing first, it's quite difficult to do a Fai Chi. Sometimes even the body could feel that inside yourself you have a power plant, really, the whole thing vibrating to such degree that it's quite surprising when we move to the advanced programs and we keep on practicing, and the rabbit hole never ends, honestly speaking. So I don't know to what extent I can really reach this kind of training. I can talk for what it is in my experience. So sometimes we have a lot inside, but we are not able to manifest it outside. Everybody in the Nei Gong system will be able to increase their energy level to a very high degree. Not all of them will be able to do a Fai Chi. And this is just partially due to our personal bundle, let's say, as human beings. Like in any kind of sports or any kind of activity, there are some people who can really excel on those elements. Sometimes we might develop more one aspect of the practice. Sometimes we might develop other capabilities which are more related more to the subtle aspect. Nevertheless, some people will be able to do it, some people will not be able to do it. But all of them, they will increase their energy level to a high degree, that's for sure. So first point to repeat is I could have lots of energy in the body and even be surprised to what intensity can reach, even during the practice or even in other moment of relaxation. But to actually do a Qi emission, it's difficult. That's why it's difficult for several reasons, actually. Because it's a process that involves our mind, our emotions, and our actions, our physical actions, our energetic action. And all of them, they have to happen together. And we have to believe that we can make it happen. And especially in the beginning, it's just insane to think that we can do something like that. Because honestly, I don't know if you ever experienced it. If you have come to one of our events, you probably did. If you don't, you don't even know maybe what I'm talking about. But it's something when you experience it, it's actually quite insane, especially the first time. Then maybe we get used to it, and like everything in life, even the special stuff, they become normal things in our life. But it's something quite insane in terms of intensity. It's even difficult to believe that the human body can produce that kind of performance at the end of the day. It's a performance. That's why in the beginning we have a teacher assisting us, and the teacher basically, I'm doing a video, I'm busy, okay? Later I come and we talk. That's why in the beginning, the first step will be a teacher assisting you, sometimes by putting the hand, let's say, on the kidneys, in the back, or in the Mingmen area to be more precise, and pushing the vital energy, helping you to push the vital energy out of the body. And that's the first time where we get to experience for ourselves this possibility, which is, as I said, it's quite insane. So it's the first experience that we have where we can start to believe that we can do this thing. Because, as I said, it really requires the syncing of all our human functions, and of course a certain level of training and many years in the back before being able to do it. That otherwise it wouldn't be possible if we doubt it, if we are not 100% on it. Nevertheless, as I said, energetically we have to have a strong energy level and a certain refinement even in the body. So that's the first step. We all go through that step because that's the role of a teacher at the end of the day. It's like assisting you in the beginning, right? And anything that you do, it works a little bit like this. Even when you learn starting a job, you have somebody training you and then supervising you, and then eventually you're going to be on your own, right? The second step, it's a possibility that many practitioners have experienced and used. Unfortunately, not all of them putting content outside in the social media and videos. They are open to say it. Some people even claim that they can do Fai Chi, when in reality they just can do Fai Chi with the pills. Some people claim even they can do Fai Chi, but even without the pills. Even with the pills they cannot sometimes. So maybe they did it in the past but not able to do it now, or it's an unfortunate word. We have to put it in this way. And we know this because we just look around the society the way it is. Anything is driven by money and ambitions and power and all the nonsense that we live. And even in this environment, it's the same thing. So sometimes we idealize some people only because we see they can do certain abilities. It doesn't reflect at all their human level, human conduct, their morals, their way of being. It's just a skill. Energy is neutral. We have to understand this. If we apply it in the right direction, it's amazing in terms of possibilities for human development and discovering something bigger than us. Otherwise, it's just a skill. And as I said, these kind of pills, which is called, I think they're called Danyao. As I said, I took them several times. They are made, let's say, within, I don't even know what's inside. Nobody, few people knows. They're made within the Daoist traditions. They are very difficult to find. It's a kind of a secret Chinese thing that comes from the Daoist tradition mainly, where they put loads of herbs. It's like a compound of herbs, but it is so dense that like taking one pill corresponds to taking 1,000 pills. Just to make you understand, the process they use to make these pills tends to extract in such essential and powerful way so many things, so many elements, and put them in a little pill, which look like a papaya seed. Now they can look bigger or whatever, but similar, some of them small. So taking one pill is really powerful. I don't know how they make it. They probably make it in a specific time of the year, all this kind of mystical stuff that go around it, which have some kind of importance sometimes, because we are not just made of things we can see, there are also other things that come into play. Now, the function of these pills. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit longer video than usual. The functions of these pills. There are, I'm aware of some of them. I'm not aware of all the kind of pills available out there, which, by the way, you don't go to the pharmacy and get the pills. It doesn't work in that way. I've seen Shifujo maybe giving specific pills for specific health issues, maybe kidneys issues or liver issues, and they looked a little bit different. There are the ones who are used to facilitate the Fachi process, which, as far as my experience and understanding, they just open the channels a bit more. They help opening the channels more, and they also stimulate the lower dantian by increasing the activity down there. Which otherwise, you know, one of the reasons why I stretch over the importance of the Shen Dantian, so the third eye, it's not only for the personal practice, so for our personal growth. It is a very important component for the energy practice. And unless we develop also that connection, I'd say with the sky, with something above us, whatever, with the subtle aspect of the vital energy, activating the lower dantian to be able to do certain things will not be possible unless we use some kind of pills, which some people do, but you know, they don't even say it. But let's move to another topic. Let me talk about something more interesting. So what I'm saying is that when eventually, so let's say the second step could be do it with the pill. So you do it on your own, you take a pill, and you're able to do a Fachi, which is the electric expression of it, and it's quite strong. But you are not able to do it without pills, okay? The third step probably will be to start to do it on your own, but maybe it's not going to be that strong in terms of intensity, and which might even take few years of staying at that level where you are able to do it on your own without any kind of assistance. But the intensity is not that strong. And at some point, like something clicks, I don't even know why, you reach a level where you can do a powerful Qi emission without any kind of support. So this is a little bit how the overview, let's say, of the whole process, how it works. You go from many years of practice, first of all, trying to do it with assisted, with your teacher, pills, and then eventually you will do it on your own, maybe weaker in the beginning, but still, you know, something happening, and then eventually, if you progress in the right way, which I mean in your totality, eventually something's gonna happen. And most of all, I just want to close the video by saying it's not the most important thing, and this will be understood once we experience, even in the Nei Qigong program, certain programs and experiences that will take us hopefully to another level of understanding of ourselves and reality and the possibilities around it.